This is how this little girl was found alive after being kidnapped for 18 years. If you're not already familiar with the case of Jaycee Lee Dugard, part 1 is below. So when we left off in part 1, Jaycee's captor, Philip Garrido, had convinced himself that he was the chosen one and God wanted him to spread his word. By this point, it's 2009, Jaycee had been held captive by Philip and his wife Nancy for 18 years and had had 2 of Philip's children. And Philip's delusions about being the chosen one by God were growing more and more every day. And Philip was so confident in his religious views and the control he had over these 3 women that he held captive that he took Jaycee's 2 daughters with him to the University of California, Berkeley, to spread God's word. And this is just women's intuition because 2 female officers that were on campus that day took note of Philip and Jaycee's 2 daughters' odd behavior and just had a sense that something wasn't right. So they took Philip's information and asked him if he'd be interested in returning to the campus the following day. And in the meantime, they had a fellow officer do a background check on Philip Garrido and found out that not only was he a registered SA offender, but he was on parole for kidnapping and SA. Due to Philip Garrido's parole, he was supposed to have 0 contact with minors. So the 2 female police officers called up Philip's parole officer and said, "Hey, we're kind of concerned about Philip Garrido's daughters." And the parole officer on the other line was stunned, and all he said was, "Philip Garrido doesn't have any daughters." So Philip Garrido was told to have a meeting with the parole officer the following day, and he was so confident that he could just explain the whole thing away